What is the true secret to trading? Is it the ability to understand the correlation between the different markets and decipher the algorithm so you can make pinpoint entries on the 1 minute time frame on multiple assets and TP at the same time? Is it understanding candlestick theory or SMT, quarterly theory, Gantt charts, CRT, Goldback? No. That's not the secret to trading. What we don't appreciate as traders who trade for our own book is the massive advantage traders have trading for institutions like Goldman Sachs, where I was for many years. Think about it. When you work on the trading floor at Goldman Sachs, you have such an advantage. And understanding their advantage will help us in our own trading journeys. When you work at a company like Goldman Sachs, you're not given a trading book straight away. Let's say you come in as an analyst. If you're an analyst, you're probably inputting trades for the VP or for the desk head or for the partner. You don't have your own trading book. As you get to associate, you'll take on more responsibility. And it's usually once you're a vice president on your trading desk, do you get your own sizable trading book. Now, the advantage lies in all you have to do is focus on execution. There are so many tools and people who are supporting you that you don't have to focus on other things. And one of the big things that they have at Goldman Sachs is the risk management department and the compliance department. Risk management is always checking your trades. It's checking your position size, and they are making sure that you aren't in over your head on a trade. But as individual traders, we have to wear many hats. We have to be the trade executor. We have to come up with a trading strategy, which maybe the desk head comes up with at Goldman Sachs. You have to manage your own portfolio, your own funds, and you have to manage your own risk. I have seen many great traders fail because they understand entries and exits, but it's the other things they fail them. It's the mathematics of trading. It is risk management, which is your key to being able to compound your returns. I know people find risk management boring, but I'm going to give you a quick overview to start helping you think about how you should manage risk in order to make this a full-time profession for you as a trader. So this is a cool little tool I found on Edgeful. It's a risk calculator. Now, Edgeful is a quant-level statistics engine that has dozens and dozens of reports, which allows you to find or refine your trading edge in order to become a consistently profitable trader. But what I'm really going to focus on today is the risk calculator. And I'll go through this very quickly. And I'm going to use the example of a funded account. So let's say you have a 50K funded account. It's not really a 50K account, okay? The way these prop firms set you up is they set you up with all kinds of psychological barriers to either rush you into making poor decisions or to give you overconfidence. They say it's a 50K account, but it's not, because typically you only have $2,000 worth of drawdown. So if you have $2,000 worth of drawdown, how much should you be trading per trade? It doesn't matter so much what your risk to reward is per trade. If you want to make sure you don't blow your account, you need to know what is the percentage chance or the likelihood that you will have a string of losses in a row that will blow your account. So I know people want to pass these accounts aggressively and they want to get to the funded stage, but let's say you have a 50K account with $2,000 worth of drawdown. If you are risking $500 per trade, it doesn't matter if your RR is 1 to 6, meaning you could pass this with one winning trade. If your win rate is too low, you won't be able to hit that. So what does it mean? If you're risking $500 per trade and you only have 2,000 worth of drawdown, even if you have a 70% win rate, there's a 55% chance of you losing 4 trades in a row if you are risking $500 per trade. Now, if you're a 60% win rate, there's a 92% chance that you'll have 4 losses in a row, which will blow your account. And if you have a 50% win rate, there's a 100% chance basically that you're going to have 4 losses in a row and blow your account. Okay, yes, I know you want to aggressively pass these things, but it's important to understand what is a sensible amount of capital to place per trade in order to confidently pass these accounts, because you don't want to be passing these accounts so aggressively that you're laying down bad habits, which you then pass on to the funded stage. This is the trick they use. They don't mind you passing aggressively because you're going to lay down all these neural pathways which will convince you that you can use the same strategy to compound your funded account. So we know 500 is way too risky. What about $250 per trade? With $250 per trade, if you have a 60% win rate, 8 losses in a row is highly unlikely. 6% of the time you will get 8 losses in a row, okay? So if you have a 60% win rate, then $250 per trade makes sense. But if you have, let's say, a low win rate but a high RR, and your win rate is only 40%, then there's almost an 80% chance that you're going to have 8 losses in a row and blow your $2,000 worth of drawdown. Okay, you've got to start balancing. And this is why logging your trades is super important, because once you know what your win rate is over, let's say, 1,000 trades taken and what your RR is, then you can start matching these up and then be very, very precise about the amount of risk you want to take per trade. So we're still going with the scenario where someone has a very high RR, maybe a 6 RR, but their win rate is low. So how about if they're risking $100 per trade? Okay, this is a lot more sensible, okay? There is a 0% chance that you're going to have, well, there's almost a 0% chance you're going to have 20 losses in a row if you have a 40% win rate, right? It's just not going to happen if you're risking 5% of your account per trade. So we can be a little bit more aggressive than that. So let's have a look at 150. Okay, 150 seems to be a good mid-ground for your evaluation accounts, because there's roughly a 10% chance that you'll have 13 straight losses and blow your eval. So at least you're being aggressive enough to pass this funded account relatively quickly, but you're only going to blow 1 out of every 10 funded accounts. Now, 150 seems to be a happy medium between passing the evaluation account fast enough so you're not wasting time, but also not unnecessarily blowing accounts. So you would only blow 1 out of every 10 accounts roughly if you have a 40% win rate, because you'll have to lose 13 trades in a row. Now, obviously, once you are funded, you don't want to be blowing these funded accounts at all. So at that point, I would drop your risk to something like $100. That way, it's highly unlikely you're going to have 20 straight losses in order to blow your funded account. Think about risk management. Risk management is everything. If you would like me to teach you exactly how I trade index futures, metals, energies, crypto and forex using my golden bullet and rabbit hole trading models, there's a link to my mentorship below.